to work. Well, I mean, I've been working this whole time, but a different kind of work. Work that I get paid for. Not the homestead work. Until I gotta go fix that plug. Let's see how many people are on here in the afternoon. Well, it might be another time. It's probably what, 4:30 in New York, East Coast. Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. Let's see if this title gets people. They like drama. For some reason, everybody likes you get more when you have a dramatic title. So I'm trying it. I'm not stranded in the desert, but I was for a minute there. And I fixed it. I didn't fix the problem. It's still clinking, but I'm thinking it's the brake pads, like I guessed before. But I still needed to change the U-joints because when I pulled the old ones out, they were no good. At least on the, I think it was on the rear axle side. All the bearings were flat. I really mangled the more expensive Precision one because I put it on the wrong side and then put the yoke from the transmission that goes up into the transmission. I put that on the wrong side. So yeah, that was a learning experience. And I had to ask our neighbor again to drive me to town. He drove me to town twice. I mean, I paid him $40, but it was nice to drive the truck again. But we were stranded in the desert for a minute. We were down to like, I mean, we could have still been okay for another maybe day or so, but that's why it's good to pack up or have as much, here. I'd like to eventually just start going like once a week. What's up, Anthea? But right now, I think we're going every 3 days. But the truck's back on the road. Happy about that. I should just put free readings. I did put free readings in the description because we do give away some readings once we get to 15 viewers, we're going to give away a reading, and then once we get to 20, we'll give away another one. Yeah, it is, because that thing was, oh my God, I sounded like Norma swearing at it. Once I screwed it up, I'm like, oh, there's no going back. I can't fix this. I have to go back to town. But this one went in pretty easy. I got up early this morning, and it wasn't too early, like 8, 7. I mean, we woke up at what, almost 6. But I got up when it was still cool. Now it's back to hot. Share this out, please, everybody. I hate asking, but if I don't ask, like I do too, if I'm not asked from a content creator, I forget to share. Without a lot, what? You're without on a laptop for now. Oh, you're without a phone? Oh, going to be on your smartphone. Okay. I should have read the rest of that. You were feeling it? Yeah, I was pissed. Because, you only get one chance with those things. And once you screw it up, you can't just take them off and it'd be okay. At least I don't know any way to do that. But now I know how to change U-joints, so I feel pretty good about that. It's just don't break down truck. We're good. I was thinking about, we do need another vehicle just in case one does break down. But I'm going to have to save for that. And, in the process, got to actually know the neighbor. He's an Israelite. So last night when I called him, or yesterday, the second time after I broke it, I called him and he's like, oh man, it's Sabbath. From Friday evening to Saturday evening, I guess the Israelites, that's what they That's their Sabbath. They believe Sunday's evil as a Sabbath because it's not the last day of the week. It's actually the beginning of the week. I don't know. It's religion. I'm not sure, but it was really interesting listening to him. Yeah, it is a learning lesson. That's for sure. There's a lot of those that happen out here. A lot of learning lessons. And now I've got to do the electrical. Just our plug, our shore power that plugs in, the big 3-prong one. It's all old and yeah, I had like a bunch of, it was all turning green, the copper. So yeah, that's why that doesn't work. Hopefully. So when I get that fixed, just rewire it or cut it off to some new wire. Then we can probably, well, I just got a notification that I'm live. Anyway, hopefully that works, and then we'll have our both fridges working. Oh, we had to clean that fridge, and it was terrible. Norma cleaned it. You have an Apple iPad, you have a mobile. Oh, you're talking to Thomas. Hello, Letitia. Yeah, we are learning every day, that's for sure. Man, it is. We got all 3 people in here. I know we got more than 3 because Joey, Kathy, Letitia, Norma, Thomas. Their couch is broken. Their whole site's broken. But hey, I'm live, whatever. Hello, Christina. Oh yeah, and that's the whole thing with with cell phones and devices. Like they break. They don't make them very strong, and they make them to like basically be outdated. You can't have one for a long period of time. I've had this one for like a year, and it's done good. But the other one I had was my mom's or my stepdad's old computer, a laptop. They gave it to me. That one lasted a good 2 years, but it had already been used.
And it was where the sun started.
Oh yeah, why doesn't it do here? Oh yeah, because we're not as hot as California.
Well, that is
Yeah, California was hot. It destroyed my laptop. Hello, Mary Beth. I'm doing well. How are you? Comments will not scroll. Well, you have to scroll them. You have to do that manually. They don't just scroll by themselves. Actually, mine do. I'm watching it right now. I don't know why that's happening, Joy. Mine are scrolling. Just chilling. 107. Yay.
Nice.
That was 112 yesterday, right? Happy Friday, 112 degrees. I left a little GIF there for you on your comments. Cold here in Michigan. Well, yeah, I wish I had a little bit cooler weather, but it is 87 degrees. Now Norma's going to check hers and it'll be like 88. Knew it. Just like our time is off too. It says 1:33 for me. What time does it say for you?
It says 1:35.
1:35. She's 2 minutes faster than I am. Weird. What's up, Lisa? Lisa, I owe you a reading, right? Not your first rodeo. What were you in the rodeo for, Joy? Bareback? You ride bulls? They had the mutton buster too. What else? There's all kinds of different events. I'm just kidding. I know what you meant. But I feel silly and like a smartass, so I'm going to be. So careful what you say. It's not Aussie lingo. That's American. That's American lingo. We started the rodeos around here. Just kidding. I don't know how big Aussies. Well, there's Aussie cowboys, of course. There's going to be cowboys from every. Mhm. The bull riding's my favorite. Bareback's pretty interesting too. Hopefully the heat is on its way out come Tuesday. I'm glad that we're only in our 80s. All right, Lisa, did you have a question? Not my first roo in the paddock. Right? I got that because I'm a chicken person. I raise chickens. Just general? Okay. Okay, now that's an Aussie thing. Good day, mate. That's definitely one. Throw another shrimp on the bobby. That was just from Dumb and Dumber. And there's a movie called that, Shrimp on the Barbie, I think. Cheech and Chong. Was it Jane Seymour? No, it's not Jane Seymour. It's somebody else. I can't remember the actress's name. Prawns, we say prawn. Some prawns. Well, prawns are just here in America. We have shrimp, and then we have shrimp, and those are like the ones on steroids, and those are the prawns. That's what we call prawns. All right, Lisa, here we go. God, we're having a great reach today. 6 people, 7 people. Keep sharing. We get to 15, we'll give one away. All right, let's see here. All right, Lisa, first card is the East card. So this is just kind of, I basically see it as depicting like another chance or a new day, right? The sun rises in the East, at least here. But yeah, this is basically like a second chance at something. Maybe something you've had a goal of something and you had to kind of leave it by the wayside for a while or put it off. Now you have another chance to kind of get started, get into it again. And then you got the Death card, so don't be afraid. As you're moving forward, you're setting goals for yourself. You're getting back to working on the goals that you've set for yourself, in the past. You got the Death card. No, that doesn't mean you're going to die. It just means the end of a cycle. So being able to walk into that unknown, right? Uncharted territory. To achieve your goals, that's what you're going to have to do. And then you got the Ancestors card. So rely on the wisdom you've learned and the wisdom you're getting from your ancestors. So if you have a question, ask your ancestors. They'll answer pretty quickly, almost immediately. And then you got, can I show this one? There, the paradigm shift. Yep, there's a cycle ending. So it will shift, and it is going to open you up to, like I said, uncharted territory. You're going to find out new things. You're going to learn new things. Or you're going to be more aware of things that you already know, but it's more like confirmation to you. So yeah, this is a spiritual path for sure. Getting back into Reiki healing. Nice. Crystal healing. That's awesome. Somebody mentioned me, a really nice person named Dina Larson. She's a Reiki master. And she's got a channel, I think. But she got a reading from me, and she actually mentioned it in a podcast she was in. It's on my page, or on my Facebook page, my Psychic Shaman page. So if you want to go check it out, she's really cool. She lives in Arizona too. She's got pictures and videos of her like holding these. She's going to put like the hummingbird feeders back up, and there's like tons of hummingbirds just coming in and feeding. So yeah, she's a very powerful individual herself. We'll have to meet up someday. She lives near Phoenix. Yeah, Sierra Vista. Oh, you froze. Come on, don't do it for too long. Come on now. Can you guys still hear me? because my video just froze. There we go. No, not close to Sedona. We're actually closer to Sedona than she is. We're about, I think, 2.5 hours away. Okay, good. At least you can hear me when I go out on here. When I do it on TikTok, it freezes everything. People are like, oh, it's frozen. Click, swipe. Kinesiology, that's like your body, right? Or I'm not sure what that is. I've heard that term before. Oh, you got the baby Ash. That's good, Letitia. Body, mind, spirit, muscle testing. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was called kinesiology, where you can do an exercise. You hold something positive, like a piece of fruit or whatever it is, and then you hold something negative. Like, I think I did it with my son when he was listening to gangster rap. And I showed him how much more powerful that positive, I think it was like a lemon or an orange or something I gave him. And then I just pushed both of his hands down, and the hand that had the negative, like, gangster rap. And I'm a fan of some of that gangster rap. Like, it started in my era when I was really listening to a lot of music. So I like NWA. I like, they were singing about living in the hood. But anyway, yeah, he tried it a couple different times, and he was really trying. And that hand that was holding that gangster rap CD kept getting pushed down. Thank you, Joni, for the $15. You want a spirit message? Destiny loves Spears. Well, or Sears. She might come back again. Oh my gosh, come on. Come on. All right, spirit message. I'm frozen right now, so we're going to try to keep an eye on the frozen screen if it happens again. This is the second or third time it's happened, so. All right, this one is for Joni, and thank you for the $15, Joni. I really appreciate it. Oh, even putting free readings in there didn't bring anybody in. Can't what? Her name is Joni. Hold on. Joni Zarapata, which starts with an S-Z. Joni, yep, Jonie, yep. And just say Joni Howard. We're putting your name down on the contest list, so check in at the end of the month or the first of next month, and we'll do that. Oh, I still need to get a hold of Tanya. Tanya, are you in here? Tanya, can you hear me? I need to send her a message. All right, Joni, let's see what's going on. You're very welcome. You seeing her now? Ooh, it's hot. All these readings with these readings and this energy. I wasn't this hot just a minute ago. J-O-A. What did I tell you? J-O-N-I-E? Oh, yeah. Sorry. All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, you got the stone people first. That's like knowing. So having that confidence and keeping it, retaining that confidence in yourself and how far you can go and what you can accomplish. You can accomplish anything. It may take Some things may take a little longer than others, but know that you're not limited in what you can do. I mean, of course, we want to be commonsensical about certain things. Like, I'm not going to go win a marathon, that's for sure. But if I wanted to work at it for long enough and train for it, maybe I could. It's possible. So just understanding that everything's possible within what you want to do, what you're passionate about. You got the altar next, so it's time to really start. This is about honoring your manifestations, honoring that sacred space, and using it for manifesting what you want. Then you got the restoration card. So a lot of this, like using that sacred space, being confident. There's a lot of renewal happening. You got the feathers card, and that's basically like cleaning up, cutting ties to loose, cutting ties that are negative. Also just cleaning up within and without, like your memories, your thought patterns. It's like dusting. I mean, that's what that is, a feather duster, right? So you're cleaning everything up, cleaning off those shelves in your head, cleaning out the closet in your head. Let's see here, what's next? Full spectrum. So doing this and practicing being more ceremonial about things, and that's what the altar is good for, is to perform ceremony. So the more ceremonial you are, the more power you're giving that manifestation. But I feel like you are operating on all cylinders right now. More Kundalini energy, more looking at things from a broader perspective. This is where you're headed. That's what the cleaning up is, the renewal, the restoration, or restoring, and just trusting it. Trusting that it's going to happen. You've manifested plenty of things, but make sure you remember how much you have. It's been tough. Sorry to hear that, Joni. He's not gone. He's just moved on from the mortal world. He's still there. That's right. Let's help Aaron grow. Please share him out. Thank you, Kathy. I'm about to do a smoking ceremony. Can't tell you what it is because you just can't say that kind of stuff on here. I don't want to promote it. Hello, Nia. You're very welcome, Joni. Thank you. I know, but Facebook doesn't want me to show anybody what I do. It's against the terms of service. And after unburying myself from all the copyright videos, oh my God, that took like a good 4 hours just to get rid of all of them. Maybe even more than that. Rosemary smoking. Yeah, rosemary's good for memory. So if you have anybody that's got Alzheimer's, it's good to burn it around them or let them smell it. Like you can have them smell it fresh. Yeah, the community, the terms of service, community standards. Which is weird because, the stuff that flies around on Facebook is pretty crazy. That they'll let go, yeah. Tina must be working today. I haven't seen her yet. Oh, yeah. Right? Like, I mean, there you go. Well, what if you forget to sniff it? You're like, I know I was in here for some reason. Was I supposed to sniff? Oh, yeah, rosemary. Yeah, there you go. Rosemary smells really good, too. You're like going to the store and you're like, wait a minute, I think there was something I was supposed to do before shopping because I can't remember what I'm shopping for. I've done that before. You know, I always end up doing is I try to do everything like aisle to aisle, go through all of them or most of them, and I'll forget something and have to backtrack and go all the way back to the other side of the store. Luckily, the store's little. It's not a Walmart, so you forget something in Walmart, you got to go all the way a mile across the store. Not a mile, you know. Yeah, it helps with clarity and memory, and there's a few other things that helps with. I'm not an herbalist yet, but I will. I'm learning. I want to be able to just see a flower or an herb and just be able to spot it out in the wild. Like you have to study it or keep seeing it over and over again. You guys smoking too much marijuana? Have a memory problem? You wish you could smoke it? Is it illegal in Australia? I need to get some seeds. I'm gonna have to private message somebody to talk about that, but she knows who she is. Actually, I've got a couple people that I can ask. I don't need them yet, but I'll need them for next summer, next grow season. Oh, you're in Canada. It probably is legal. They were legal before United States was. Have you ever seen like a dispensary around you, or they might call it an apothecary? I like the apothecary. We went to LA one time. We stayed in LA. We were staying in what was it, Compton? No, Watts. Well, Compton. We were in the city of Compton. It's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, I'm sure crime happens, but crime happens everywhere. Um, yeah, there you go. See, if they're selling it, it's legal. Nothing sacred anymore. What do you mean by that? There's still some things that are sacred. I feel like my land is sacred, or my soon-to-be land. In 2 years, it'll be paid off, so I can't exactly call it mine yet. I'm leasing it right now. Hello, Stella. Stella! I don't know. Every time I see the name Stella, especially yours, Stella Stacy, I got all kinds of weird shit rattling around in my head. Movie references. And when I was younger, I used to love to watch movies. And then I got older and I realized how they do movie magic. And like, I started picking it apart. Like, oh, I know what they did there. When I was a kid, though, like, oh man, it was awesome. I look back on stuff I watched when I was a kid, and their special effects were so cheesy. But I didn't care when I was a kid. Should be able to smoke. I know. Well, it comes from the earth. I think it even says something in the Bible about it. I don't know. I've never read the Bible, but I've heard. It'll make you angst ridden. You need indigo, indica, indigo, indica for an indigo. You need straight indica. I know what you're talking about because if I do that, then I can't believe I'm talking about this stuff. But the other stuff is more like cerebral. It'll make me paranoid if I have too much. Like I was just for a while, I just bought nothing but with no indica in it, and Yeah, I started getting paranoid. So I'm like, all right, I better mix it up. We better get a hybrid. I think right now we have Jesus OG. Yeah, you can say it. I just can't. I'm trying. I set the other one. Yeah, you want something that's going to make you like calm, chill. Those don't usually make people paranoid. Got to find the right strains. And then once you get used to those, you got to go up, move on to another strain. But also, plant medicine. We actually have that card in here. Plant medicine brings truth. So if there's something you're still healing from or you're worried about, or, it's going to come out then. So as long as you're aware that that's what that medicine does, just like with, why can I never say that proper name for magic mushrooms? Same thing. Peyote mess. I've never done that before, but I have partaken in LSD a few times. I actually credit a lot of me being more open because of that. Not, don't do that at home, folks. It's not good for you. It's good for me, but some people freak out on it. But that's because they're seeing their life, like parts of their life that are coming up, that are in their mind. You're creating those things. So you want to be in a really good space, hopefully. I wanted to be a psychedelic practitioner. Yeah, man, it's expensive to take the classes. I think it's like 5,000 for the first class. But then I could be, I couldn't do it here, but they do have a Navajo uh drawing a blank. A Navajo like religion, or their religious rights, and they're allowed to take peyote. Which I would love to take. Keep hoping to find it on my land, but I think it's all south of us, down in like by the Sonoran Desert, or in the Sonoran Desert. Yeah, there's a lot of strains, and I like it. I like the old stuff, back in the day when you get some blueberry or some chocolate Thai or Maui Wowie, would you say? White Rhino, that was good stuff too. White Rhino and White Widow are good ones. Oh yeah, yep, some of that. Some of the hashish. Some of that stuff will put you in the couch for hours. I haven't smoked any of that in a while. They sell it legally here. Just have to go to Sholo. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Did you give me the yawns, babe? Damn it. Somebody had the hiccups in Circle K today, one of the cashiers. I was like, uh-oh. When are we going to get like 50 or 60 people in here again? Facebook? Come on now. It's just inconsistent. You give me one of those and then a month's worth of slow. Get me out there in the feed. And then, I just froze again, but you can still hear me. So just look at my goofy freeze. Man, my head is shiny, sweaty. We haven't even got to 15 yet. Like we're just like gradually going down and down. Like, come on, how much farther down? Oh my gosh, that was a really goofy face. Look at that face that I froze at. Oh, there's another one coming. Wait, I gotta put on. Sorry, babe, but I gotta put on. We gotta try Wi-Fi because yeah, I kind of read between the lines, Stella. I'm like, ugh. Freezes aren't bad when you're okay or you're smiling or something, but when you're like in transition or doing something, wow, it's freezing again. It's because I just changed it, so it's gonna take a second to catch up. Come on. Oh, I froze again. Video. What the hell's going on here? I'm more frozen on Wi-Fi. Why do I pay $120 a month to my internet that doesn't work half the time? Really, we should all have free internet, really. For a small fee like $10. $10 a month or whatever. But people just gouge you. Oh, you'll pay that because you need it, so I'm gonna overcharge you for it. It's the one thing I don't like about Connect 10. Well, there's a couple things. For one, you only get internet half the time. Or good internet. Because I think you need 40 upload, 40 megabytes per second upload. And I don't think we're getting that today. Catch up faster on YouTube. Oh, really? So I'm not freezing as much. So it's probably somebody listening to my conversation just freezing me up. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm screwed with like that. And I know a lot of other content creators feel the same thing. You start talking about something, then it hamster wheels. You pay $1,128 a month? Or did you mean $128? Yeah, it's crazy. Like you pay for business and it's not even that much faster. I think it just depends on where you're at, like in the country or in the world. Some spots are like have really good internet. I don't know. We should all have powered up internet. But they limit it. So if you want to pay for better internet, you got to pay for it, which is really I froze again. 128. Yeah, for Wi-Fi. I pay 120 because it's meant for like travelers so they can have Wi-Fi wherever they're. It's just basically phone. It just boosts your phone. It finds this phone signals. So I'm using like phone internet. But you pay 165? Holy hell. That's what I'm saying. They gouge you. When internet should be pretty much free, other than to keep the servers moving, but people charge you a lot of money for it. I haven't found a really good one that's affordable. That's, $50 a month even. Yeah, they're just that's happening a lot. A lot of people gouging, a lot of businesses gouging, and you know what? They're getting their karma. A lot of them. Oh, we're taking losses. Well, that's because you raised your prices by double. Like, what did you expect? Like these fast food joints, like Wendy's, Burger King. It's $10 for a freaking Whopper now. Like, come on, that is not worth it. It's not even real meat. It's like probably got 30% beef in it. You can tell too when you taste it compared to like a hamburger you make, or you go to there's a place in town called Chameleons that makes really good hamburgers. That's the best restaurant I've eaten at, and it's pretty much not a restaurant. It's like kind of like you go in, order. They got a few chairs in there, and tables, but it's not that big. But their cheeseburgers, oh my god, they are so good. So if you, and I froze again. Well, they say unlimited, but then if you use to a certain limit, you're not unlimited anymore. At least that's the best service I could get. I'm like, I want unlimited, the best one. But if you run out of data, they have a certain amount. If you get a certain amount of data, then you're like priority. People get. I'm like, well, who are the people with priority? Because I want that plan. And it may have changed since I last signed up, but it's really stupid how they do it. They're just ripping people off. It is slow today, y'all. I mean, I'm glad all 9 of you are in here, but man, it is Saturday afternoon. People are out like gardening or swimming. I mean, as hot as it is, I'd hope everybody be in their house. Dinner time. Well, enjoy your dinner. Oh yeah, I know. And you know that's another thing that pisses me off. It's like their promotions, like first, and I kind of do that, but they're like, yeah, you can get internet for this much, unlimited, and then but if you're already an existing customer, you don't get those deals, so you're paying more than that person is. But I guess everybody goes through it. Everybody has to be new for new signups. I can't go without internet for 2 months. It would just I couldn't do it. I have to work online, so. But that is a good way, just like in games. You ever notice, like your phone games? Like if you leave for a while, you come back and you start getting all these good offers for like, whatever, buying diamonds or whatever they call them, gems. They'll give you all these offers if you go away for a while. Your internet's just 14. How the hell did you swing that? Are you on that government thing where they, like, if you're only making a certain amount of money, they give you internet? Because that's cheap. I wish I only had to pay $14.99. Why do you think my ass is on here doing readings all the time? I'm a slave to my bills right now that have to be paid. Yeah, we all are. That's right. I mean, I'm glad that I'm not hooked into power, but last month it was so hot we had to run that air conditioner. It was like $500 in gas that I spent. So our power bill was like $500. Well, we get some from the sun too, so it was even actually more. I didn't have to pay for that, but our solar power, it's kind of small. I want a big one. I want a solar system so big that we have to build a shed for it. Yeah, no discounts, no extras for being a great. Yeah, you don't get good customer. Like they give you cheesy shit for being a good customer. Yeah, for a month, just running the generator to run the AC. It eats gas when it's using a lot of power, and the air conditioner in here in the trailer right there. Wait, where is it? You probably can't see. It's like right up here. Anyway, it is not at all efficient. It feels good. You get a good AC, but it's not efficient at all. Thinking about like bringing maybe a window air conditioner in here, or maybe one of those mini splits someday. But I got a lot of other things I have to save up for right now before that. We have a little swamp cooler too, which works out here because it's dry. So it kind of puts moisture in the air. It actually is good for breathing, keep the dust down too. Needs to be cleaned. It's getting pretty nasty or pretty dusty. Need some new filters for it. Yeah, it's expensive. Off grid ain't cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it will get to a point, but it's still like you still have to fix everything. You're not, unless you want to pay an arm and a leg for some, technician to come out and fix it. But I kind of like that about being out here. Like I just learned how to change U joints. It was a pain, but we did it, and now I know how to change them. And other things on my trucks until we get another car. Well, even if we did get another car,
So to fix that
I'll
car.
learn how to fix. But I want to get to a point where I learn how to fix things that people are like, because people sell their cars for cheap, and they're like, it doesn't run. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'll sell it for this. They sell it for a real cheap price, and a lot of the times there's not much wrong with it. Like it's an easy fix. Like the car we got one time, her sister, Norma's sister Angie, she passed away. Well, it's been like 6 months.
Not like that.
But she was still pissed off at her car. It was a little Ford Aspire, and we needed a car at the time. Mind you, it didn't last that long after, because I had a big oil leak, and eventually the engine seized. Norma got, she was coming to pick me up from work. But anyway, she's like, if you can get this car running, you can have it. So fortunately, I worked at a car dealership in the parts department. I delivered parts, but the guys that, one of the mechanics was giving me a ride home because we didn't have a car. So he was like, I wouldn't call it carpooling. He was giving me a ride. He comes out, checks it out, pulls this fuse out of his pocket, puts it in the fuse box, and boom, starts right up. So it was the price of a fuse to fix it. So, yeah. There's shit like that. If you know what you're looking at, and I do want to learn how to do that. I mean, YouTube, all you got to do is look up YouTube, but just be able to actually diagnose it and know what's wrong with it. You can get cars for a good price. A lot of cars for a good price because of that. People are just like, I can't afford a mechanic and I'm not fixing it because I don't know what I'm doing. So they just sell it for a real low price. But man, I was a little panicked when when the drive line was out. And what sucks though, that I changed the drive line with the U joints, which I thought that's where it was coming from. That clanking sound when I take off and when I'm going really slow, like in a parking lot, it goes tink, 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 tink. I thought it was the U joints, but it wasn't. But we got the U joints replaced now, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. And they're not that expensive when you're doing it yourself. It would have cost me probably $400 or $500 if I had a mechanic do it. But I think it only cost me, and I did break one. It cost me under $200, and that's because I screwed one up, and I needed a ride to town. So I gave the guy $40 for driving me back and forth to town twice. So, man, we weren't able to give away any free readings. Couldn't get to 15 today. What in the hell's going on? It's been slow, and that's kind of scaring me. But I know things happen when they're supposed to. They always do. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to, it happens. I've got a few people that owe me money for readings, which is kind of pisses me off. Because I'm trustworthy. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can float it till then, and then they don't pay. I think I've got somebody it's been like a year. They owe me like $300 or $400, which when it happens like that, I'm like, write it off. That's it. You're not going to get the money. Just wish people would be more honorable and not call me. I know some people get if you get to that point where you're really fiending for a reading, just take a step back. And if you can't pay for the reading, you shouldn't be getting a reading. Oh yeah, I'll pay you tomorrow. 2 months later. Or the people that still owe me and try to call me all the time. You know who you are. That hurts me. So none of you in here, they may be watching, but Yeah, I mean, karma repays them, but most of these people don't understand what karma is. They don't acknowledge it when it happens because it's always happening to them. So they just think it's some other force. Like, why is everybody picking on me? Play me some mountain music. Grandma and Grandpa used to play Alabama. I can't believe my dad lives in Alabama now. Like, dude, you got your flag on your truck and shit, like a big old flag, stars and bars. I was just kidding. Or just the American flag. I think that looks so gaudy. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you getting ready to storm the beaches of Normandy? Yeah, the victim mentality. But like I said before, a lot of those people that are in that victim mentality, they keep blaming other people. Like, this is not. They don't see it as karma. They think they're being picked on. Like, no, you're bringing karma in,
But you're putting
and it's
out
not
there
good
that-
karma. Oh, sending love and healing, Stella. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's funny. The victim mentality can track. We've all been in it at one time or more in our life, but it's being able to acknowledge and be accountable. That's where you learn. Like you should have heard me yesterday. I was bitching about like, why does everything keep breaking? What is this? What's the problem? But you learn from it. If you hopefully you learn from it. I so want to play music right now, but can't. I can play my own music, but I don't want to keep playing that. Then you'll all get burnt out on it. I don't think we've got over 12 today. 12 viewers. Heard it through the grapevine. The yeah, Marvin Gaye was good. His dad shot him in the head and killed him. His dad. His dad was like a preacher. One of my songs. Oh, you mean Nothing to Lose? Or which one?
Yeah, no, it was
Uh,
personally.
My Worst Enemy. I like that one. That's a real weird song, but it's cool. And if you watch the video, you probably have. We kind of put like a little slideshow together. So at the first one, I think we put like a click, click, like a gun. Did we put a click, click in there? Something like that. It was a really weird song. It's just, if you haven't heard that one, go check it out. It's called, Worst Enemy. It's got a cowboy at the first and it goes, Troy has a gun shooting. Yeah, on my own worst enemy. That's why Norma's like, just chill out, come in here for a while. But I was like, time is of the essence. I gotta get it done.
That was your biggest problem. So you were leaving the whole
Yeah, I was trying to hurry through it.
just
Hey, I got it done like no problem this morning. No, I went out, got them all put in. Norma helped me hold up the one side of the drive shaft. Yeah, pew pew. I think it was mine and Tim's idea. I hope he comes down here so we can write some music. I don't know what it is with that guy. He's like my, yeah, musical muse, but I'm his. Like it's like the stars align. We write good music together. We just kind of know each other musically. And we've always been tight, unless we're like pissed off at each other, and then we'll both kind of like go off and not be tight with each other just because. No, they didn't tag me for the gun.
saying
Oh no, they won't tag me for that, will they? Oh, they might. No, there's a guy, but
why do you think
he
some people will leave it safe not.
Or, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain words that are just.
Hey, I've got a wrist rocket, Kathy, but I think Mike picked it out. Tina sent it. Tina and Mike. It's a zombie getter. He's like, oh, you can just get a dirt club and those dogs come around. Now I can't shoot them with it. I wouldn't do that anyway, unless they were ferocious. They'd get a marble. But it's got a few marbles in there. And it's like a zombie killer, basically. Is what. It's you see it? It's on this side. It's right. Where is it? Right there. Oh, it's right there. You can't see it though. It's like right there on that back corner cabinet. Yeah, I haven't shot it yet. I should. We don't have big rocks around here, damn it, but we do have small pebbles. It looks fun. I haven't used it yet.
I didn't know that.
Did you? Oh, at Tractor Supply, they make these oversized balls that they can still fit in their mouth, but they can't like swallow them or anything. I was gonna get one, I didn't because I had to spend money on other things like chicken feed, and you have to use them when Roger isn't around. He's afraid you're gonna break a window or something. I guess you if you want to grab it. I'll show it. Why nothing better to do. I'm just glad I can get back on a regular schedule, man. That truck was taking some time. That's there you go. Zombie Splat, and it's got BB or marbles in it. It's pretty nice. I've never had one of these. Oh yeah, I've never had a wrist rocket. I've always had like slingshots that my dad made me out of wood. I think my friend had one. This is the first wrist rocket I've had though. Hey, you shoot a marble at somebody intruding. Because my neighbor was telling me there's guys that'll come out here and like try to steal your stuff. I haven't seen it. He's like, I'm packing, so I don't think they'll come steal my stuff. But yeah, I mean, and I don't like leaving Norma home alone now. We do have a gun. She can shoot one bullet and reload it and shoot another one and reload it. She has to load it herself by hand though, because it doesn't load right. Needs some gun oil, and the stock doesn't fit right on it. But there is a gun shop in Arizona in Holbrook. Oh, I mean Pew Pew shop. The shitty thing is it was low reach before, so. And if they tell me to take it down, it's live, so that's I'll take it down. It's meant to be live, but it does record and post on the channel or the page. That channel and page because we're on YouTube too. You what? Oh yeah, there's the crystal balls up there too. You see it? This morning it's in the sun, and that scares me when the sun's hitting it because it basically turns into a death ray. It's like how a magnifying glass works, right? When a sun ray hits that, it'll burn a hole in anything. It did one time. It caught our curtains on fire when we were staying with Mikkel. I'm like, what smells like it's burning? Because we put it right up in front where the sun was rising, right up in the window, and it burned a hole through the drapes. I need to go into that shop. I haven't been in there yet, just to kind of take a look. And there's a pawn shop here too. I don't know if I didn't see any firearms there, so it might be the gun shop that's doing it. Whatever. I like shooting. It's fun. I need to teach Norma how to shoot too, so I need another rifle. And my Tim, the bass player. I don't like saying my bass. That's like, like I possess him. possessive. Yeah, you got to be careful with the crystal balls. They can become death rays. You have a great evening too, Mary Beth. Have fun with your son. All right, everybody. I think that's my cue too. I think we're gonna sign off for now, but we'll be back live. But if you'd like a private reading, go to my website right here, www.psychicshaman333.com. But I'll be back on, if not tomorrow, the next day. We do teach a class. If you'd like to develop your intuitive skills, that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can go to my website, www.psychicshaman333.com, and sign up there. Just look for the Metaphysical Mystics tab. It's a page on my website, and you can enroll there. And you can also book readings or a chakra balance or a light body activation or a past life reading. Those are pretty fun too. Anyway, much love to everybody. Have a great day and or great evening or morning, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you soon. Much love, everybody.